Hello, everyone, and peace of Christ, all of you. I hope my voice is coming good and clear. Please invite your friends. And as you see, we are coming very early in the morning for some, and it's still like, maybe it's night time for some. Today, our topic is about you have many Bible, the Muslims, they say. And actually, I see in the comment section, we have a Muslim, his name is Amir, and Amir is more than welcome to call me if you wish to do so. I can open Skype for you, Amir. Because we Christians, we are not the same as Islam. We fear nobody, we fear no questions, and we have answers. In the same time, I was looking at the chat, all what I saw from you, speaking about Islamic Golden Age. The Islamic Golden Age is when you caliphate have like a 20,000 belly dancers, sex slaves. If we ask you which caliphate is the Islamic Golden Age, I challenge you to mention name for me. And what is golden age better than Muhammad time? Isn't it? This is where you Muslims killed his children and his daughter. Isn't it you Muslim you killed even the caliphate in the golden age? Who killed Uthman? Who killed Omar? Who killed Ali? Who killed Al-Hassan? Who killed Al-Hussein? Who killed Fatima? You will notice that because you are following a gang. This is the golden age, my friend. And talking about convert, my friend, the wife of your prophet, Qatila, she left Islam and she followed a Christian man. Even the wife of Muhammad, she left Islam, she became a Christian. So, don't waste our time with silly things. If you have a religion, prove it to us. Otherwise, we are laughing at what you claim, golden age. Before we continue today, this is a channel of our brother, which I never met. He have a channel, it's called Bible and Quran, or Quran. I have the link down in the info, and if you look there, he have only 11,000 subscribers. The question, why we Christian don't support each other? Why he have only 11,000? The guy, he stand in the park, he pay for this place to stand on, he bring his books, this is a lot of work. And as you see, he's alone. So why that guy? There's two guys in the same street. One, his name is Potato Ketchup, the Ketchup Boy, and this Christian. Why the Ketchup Boy, he have 10 times, maybe 20 times more subscribers? This is the good question, isn't it? The answer is very simple. Because we Christians don't support those who deserve to be supported. We laugh, we watch, we make a little comment, if we do make a comment, and the rest is, we have nothing to do with it. So the link is there. If you have a little decency, for sure, I'm not speaking to all. Many of you have a lot of decency, even more than me. But if you have little decency, just give a like and a subscribe to this brother. The link again is in the info. So in here, YouTube suggests to me this video today, and I find it very laughable how the Muslim try always to throw their dirt on us. Somebody saying, will you debate Tariq Singer? My friend, Tariq Singer will never even dare to debate me, and I challenge him many times. However, Tariq Singer, he exposed Muhammad by saying that the Virgin Mary is nothing but a Roman myth, Greek myth, and whoever believes in it is a fraud. So Tariq Singer himself, he gave a big finger. I should have changed his name from Tariq Singer to Guiva Finger. The Muslims, they support him because they are just supporting anyone who hates Jesus. As simple as that. All of them, they share one thing, they are the Antichrist. But this guy, Tariq Singer, and you can watch my videos, which I made for him, where he was speaking loud and clear, and he is saying that the Virgin Mary is nothing but a Greek mythology. So you are proud about him? You just screwed your prophet. How do you call in? Let me give you my Skype, my friend, and you can join us, and you are more than welcome. All right, we will be happy to have you. Let me open my Skype. Maybe Mr. Amir, he would like to join us. All right, Amir, my Skype is logging in. Here we go. I am in. And let me give you my Skype link, which is something you can search, and you can join us immediately if you wish. So we go back to our video here. Let us hear what this Muslim he said in this video.
Why, Qadhi bhai, why Allah is praying for Muhammad?
Allah prays to nobody, brother.
Okay, see, that's it. Okay, here we go. Okay, but let me tell you that. Okay,
you know, the Muslims always they deny what they say every day. Every day, don't the Muslims they say Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam every day? Actually, they can't even say Muhammad name without saying Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. All of us, even the one who do not know Arabic, they knew that the word Salah is the word the word for prayer. What a Muslim he say, I want to do Salah. Suddenly the Muslims in the translation, just to cover up the duct tape religion, they say, well, this is mean a blessing. But even that will be more stupid, because the verse in the Quran says that Allah and his angels, they are praying on Muhammad. So if the word is a blessing, as the Muslims they try to fix it, that will be even more horrible, because no one can bless you save God. And if God he blessed you already, Allah is asking the angels, or the angels doing it with him, and then he's asking the believers to bless you. So the Quran is so clear, and we have Mimi Hijab as an example, who said, this is why it says he pray for, not to. Pray for, not to. But doesn't make any difference. Allah he pray for or pray to. Allah he pray. So you will see here, chapter 36, verse number 56, it says that Allah and the angels and the Muslims here they translate the word salah, yusallun. Yusalluna is a continuous verb. So they lie, they say, give a blessing. But look what happened now. Based on this, the one who is God is angels, not only Allah. And even the translation here, they are lying. They say God, when the Quran says, Inna Allah wa malaikatahu yusalluna ala nabi. So, even if we say this is a blessing, that will be horrible, because if God, he blessed you, angels have no job. Angels cannot bless anyone. You see, when I say bless you, I'm not blessing you, because I cannot. Blessing come only from God. Not from man, not from a human, not from an angel. So I'm just shortening my speech, saying to you, bless you, bless you, because simply I'm asking, there's no need to repeat myself and say what I meant, I'm just asking God to bless you. And look here, this is the Muslim translation says, Allah send his salat. And look how the Muslims, they fabricate between two brackets. I mean, the word salat is a prayer. Send his salat. Grace, honor, blessing, mercy, etc. I mean, isn't it, this is stupid? And look what they do. On the Prophet and also his angels. And look what the Muslims they do to fix it. They say, they ask Allah to bless him and forgive him. I mean, have you ever heard of something stupid like this? If Allah already blessed Muhammad, and also the angels are asking Allah, where in the verse it says they are asking Allah? Where in the verse? And the Muslim, they say that they accept only the Bible which was exist in the time of Jesus. But the Quran, by the way, says that they accept the Bible which is exist 600 years after Jesus. So the religion of duct tape and the bracket, it's a fabrication. And then it says, oh, who you believe, send your salah. What? Where it says send your salah? I mean, how you can send a salah? Send your salah? Isn't it? This is the most awkward. If this is a Quran, really what the Quran is saying, that would be the most awkward, stupid, silly conversation. And look what happened. So now we have Allah is sending his salah to Muhammad. The angels also, the believers also, all of them, they are sending salah. So Muhammad became the center of the universe. Nobody is praying to Allah no more. The most important person in the universe of Islam is Muhammad. And this is the whole purpose of Muhammad. Muhammad, he called himself the praised one. And this phrase here, this verse, chapter 33, verse number 56, if we can quote a verse, the Muslims, they try to make a book like the Christians, so they start calling them chapters and verses. This one present to us how Muhammad, he tried to claim to be the Messiah, you know. He is copying a person, a false prophet, his name Manu. And you will find that the story of Manu is so much similar. So sometime, you know, like I ask myself a question, is Muhammad is just the Arabic version of Manu, which means Muhammad never exists? We don't know. Because the story is like Manu, you know. Manu, he claimed to be the Messiah, he is the praised one. He went in a journey to heaven. I mean, everything. It's almost like a copy-paste in the story. And you can search about Prophet Manu, and by the way, until now, Manu have believers who believe in him, but very little number. Very, like some they call him Manu, some they call him Mani. Depend, you know. Until now, our friend, what his name? Amir, he did not contact me. I think he refrained because he noticed he is not going to be good for such a conversation. Going back to the video, in the video here, we will see something really funny and laughable. Let us listen.
Oh,
You've been reading.
oh, that's what I said. Okay, okay. So let me show you that. Okay.
Bro, look, the thing is, the problem.
No, no, there's no problem.
Somebody saying who is Manu, depend in the language, Manu or Mani. This is why they call them, in Arabic, they call them the Manuwiyin, you know. So this guy in a certain time, actually, he was able to fool many people, and many people follow him. And simply his message is to replace the Messiah. He claimed himself, actually, he claimed to be the Messiah.
There's no problem.
Not a hearsay, bro. That doesn't work that way. Oh, let me tell you something. Sure. By the way, you wrote Allah right here, right?
Yeah.
Look at your hand. Doesn't it say Allah?
No, of course not.
Alif, lam, lam, ha.
Oh wow, Allah is.
This guy, Alif, Lam, Mam, M, Ha. You know, the Muslim is trying to show our friend there a miracle in the Quran. What is that? You know, Alif, Lam, Mim, Ha. You cannot add his life? What do you mean you cannot add his life, my friend Amir? This is Skype, my friend. Oh, what you need to do, log in your Skype and you will find me. Don't tell me you cannot find me. We give you a link which is impossible not to find. So the Muslim, he is trying to find, like, he does a miracle in the Quran, by the way. Actually, the Quran is full of stupid things. As an example, if you go to chapter 19, just an example. Or even, I mean, this is a very weird book, you know, literally, very weird book. Look. Chapter 2, verse number 1. Alif, Lam, Mim. Now you ask the Muslim, what the heck is that? Alif is an Arabic way to say the letter A. Like when we say a letter by itself, we have a name for it. So Alif is A. Lam is M, like Mim, M from mountain, letter M. sorry, the meme from mountain, lam, which is L, like lemonade. So you ask the Muslims, look, do you see even what they say in the Quran? These letters are one of the miracles of the Quran, and none but Allah alone knows their meaning. I mean, do you see the miracle? Do you see how stupid this religion is? One of the miracle of the Quran. Okay, how you know it's a miracle, and what is miracle about it? Those letters are Arabic letters, exist long before Muhammad was even born. So how in the world this is a miracle? Let me make a miracle now. Da. What the heck? I'm speaking Russian now. Da. Aha. That's a miracle I did. Aha. You cannot understand it. Aha. Da. Who can make a miracle like it? Aha. I can do miracle only. Aha. Da. This is a miracle? So while Jesus making people who they are dead coming back to life, Allah was making miracle by saying A-L-M. What the heck? Is that airline? All right, we have our friend Amir. He want to join us. Let us call him. Hello. We have our friend Amir.
Hello.
Yes, Mr. Amir. How are you, my friend? Good to have you with us. I hear you. If you don't mind, just mute your YouTube.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Hold on. Let me turn off my webcam.
Oh, okay. If you don't want it, no problem.
Hi. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Don't
What's
forget, please, to
going on?
mute YouTube. So
Video.
you can keep YouTube running so you can see my screen if you don't mind.
Hold on.
But just to mute YouTube so we don't have double sound.
Jesus. All right. Okay. Can you hear me?
I heard you saying Jesus.
I can't. Hold on. Why can't I? I can't hear you.
Why you cannot hear me, my friend? I hear you very well. I hear you. Okay, let me check if from my side there's any issue. Give me a second. Let's see my audio.
Yeah, can you hear me?
I hear you. Do you hear me now?
Hello.
Do you hear me? Look like you have a problem. Let me call you back.
Yeah, can you hear me?
I hear you. Do you hear me now? Well,
I can only hear on the YouTube video. I can only hear on YouTube.
Maybe because your YouTube is on, you can hear me only there. Maybe your software cannot handle to audio.
Okay.
Just to mute YouTube. Do you hear me now? Hello? Okay, let us call him back again. All right, Amir, do you hear me now? Do you hear me? Look like he have a problem. Hello?
I can't hear you.
All right, well,
Turn off.
restart, check your audio if you can hear me in YouTube. Go to Skype, go to audio, check if your speakers are the correct one chosen. All right? Go to your Skype and click at audio and video and choose the correct speakers. Because sometimes speakers, they can switch to something else, Let me know when you are he can use Skype actually in his phone if his computer is not functioning good. We will give him a minute to find out how to fix his issue, and we will call him. So as you see here, this is one of the most funny duct tape disable explanation for a miracle. Suppose this is a miracle. And how it's a miracle? Allah alone knows what it means. All right, Amir, do you hear me now?
Yes.
All right, wonderful.
I actually never used Skype before, so
yeah, it's all right. I understand. Yeah, welcome, Mr. Amir. I'm happy to have you, my friend.
All right.
So, what do you like to say to us? What do you tell me? You see, I want you to convert us to Islam. What a Muslim he do to convert a person to Islam? What you would tell us?
First of all, I'll just like to give my background. I am from a Muslim family.
Okay.
I am living in U.S., of course.
All right.
And I am actually studying right now Islam and Christianity. So I did, I mean, I don't know if you know Adam Seeker.
Yeah, I know him.
Yeah, I had a debate with him about Christianity. Not debate, but more like a discussion.
All right.
So he put some good points. Anyways, so I'm still in the studying mode.
Well, Adam Seeker, Islam. My friend, Adam Seeker is one of 10 of thousands who left Islam because of me. Adam Seeker, him and his family, they left Islam because of me, and you can ask him. He's a very nice guy. Anyway.
Yeah, he put some good points against Islam. So
I'm welcoming you to give me the good point about Islam. I'm not going to give you now any negative or positive. I'm listening to you. Why you are a Muslim?
See, like I say, I'm studying it. I was born in a Muslim family, and everybody around me is Muslim, and they tell me such good things about it. And I'm trying to see why there's so much people are talking about negative things in Islam, but I am looking for the positive. Why my family, who are like good people, they do good deeds. Like, they're just nice people, don't commit any crimes, and they're Muslims, right?
But what does have to do? We see I can be good, you can be good, he can be good, we can be bad. You see, if a Muslim is a bad person, I'm not going to say because he is a Muslim, he is a bad person. But the question is, was your Prophet Muhammad a good person like your family, or he was a bad person?
See, about the Prophet Muhammad, right? I don't know his history as much as, I mean, there's a lot of hadiths, right? But I don't really believe in all those hadiths. So I can't really say for sure whether those are accurate.
All right. My friend, last month I became a prophet. I don't know if you know that. And then I received a revelation from God, Allah, and he told me any believing woman, she like to offer herself so you can sleep with her. What do you think about the revelation I received? Is it from God or from Satan?
Yeah, I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
Last month I became a prophet.
Last month,
and I received a revelation from someone. He told me he's God, I don't know. And he told me any believing woman, anyone, she can offer herself for you so you can sleep with her. Do you think this revelation is from God or from someone else?
It seems like your imagination.
So I'm imagining. All right. Why you think I'm making imagination? Why?
I mean, you have desires, and if you're like in your thoughts, if you're seeing all these things, like, your desires are actually taking over you. I mean, yeah, so what I'm saying, if you're hungry, you will see burgers and stuff.
Exactly. You know what? Sometimes, like when I'm hungry for women, I see chicken. I mean, my friend, But this is supposedly God. I mean, how you know? How you can prove to me that this is just my desire taking over, not from God? Maybe this God is worried about me. He know I like women, and he wanna satisfy my needs.
Yeah, so you have to first see what, I mean, when we see God, right, we have
Hmm.
to, I'm going on a limb and say God is good. God
Hmm.
is good, right?
Hmm.
So if he's good, he will be doing good things, and lusting is not a good attribute of a God.
Okay, so lust is not a good thing. But what I
Yeah.
just thought, what I just said to you, this is in the Quran. And this is what Muhammad he claimed he received from his God, not me.
The, in Quran about
Yeah, in the
lust,
Quran. Here we go. It has go me and you in the Quran. I don't know if you can see my screen. Just be
I can
sure.
see.
Okay. So I will take what I will take that you are a decent person and you will not bite back what you just said because everybody heard you. And it is not from God, obviously, just what you said. Chapter 33, verse number 50, long list Muhammad he received from his God that he can sleep, not even to marry. This is about, I don't want to use the F word, but it's about the F word, about how many women he can have sex with, starting from the wives, it's about it says here, we made lawful for you your wives, which is very funny because already he's sleeping with them long time ago, and this is too late to tell him. And whom you paid your mahar, the dowry for them, and those who they are captive slaves, whom your right hand possess, and the daughter of your uncle, and the other uncle, and the daughter of the other uncle, and the daughter of the mother uncle, and the daughter of from your father uncle, and the daughter of your, etc. I mean, a long list. And he continues saying, and a believing woman, she offer herself to the Prophet if he wish not to marry her, yastankihuha, to if her, as a privilege for you only. What do you think, Amir?
So, can you give me the verse name? I'll just search on my computer because I can't
Chapter
really read the
chapter
whole thing.
33, verse number 50. Chapter 33,
Three,
verse number
33.
50.
Okay, hold on. Surah Al-Azhar, Azab, right?
Hmm.
Okay, 33. All right, I want to see. Sorry, just read like the words before and after just to get the whole like context.
No problem. Take your time, my friend.
33.
Take your time.
33. Here we go. Okay, so I mean, yeah, it's saying. There we go. Remember purification of air. Jeez. I'm trying to put like a translation because I can't really understand Arabic I mean, I can understand a little bit, but
No
not
problem. I
like
mean, I'm showing
not
you,
like
this is what I'm showing you on the screen. This is your Islamic translation, not mine. I don't accept any Islamic translation, by the way. I'm just showing you what Muslims they say. After the duct tape, they do. Because you see here it says,
it
it
does
says
sound bad.
here, it says to
Yeah.
marry her. When the Arabic, it says, yastankihuha. Yastankihuha is ing word. So how you can say, nikah is a
Yeah,
word to,
nikah means the F word, right?
exactly. So any believing woman, she offer herself to the Prophet, and what she offer exactly? Sex. This is always about sex, who he can sleep with. And do you see it here? It says a privilege for you only.
Yeah, it sounds bad. I will agree to you.
All right.
I believing,
But remember,
yeah.
you said to me that I told you when I told you this is happening to me. I became prophet last month, and I received revelation. What you said about it, if you remember?
Yeah, that's doesn't sound like it's from God. It's
Yeah,
from
it's a
your own.
lost. It's a lost, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So how this is how this is a prophet? Why God? When I mean Muhammad already have tons of wives already. You see, I'm a single person. I don't have a wife. So if God he said believe in women, one, just one, wanna give herself to this guy, I would understand. Okay, he is single, he don't have a, family, he don't have kids. All right, God is trying to encourage those believers maybe, but it's even that one, it look weird. But this guy, he have tons of wives, hundreds of sex slaves, and still his God is busy making verses about what? His sexual desire. And not only that, after Muhammad he said this verse, some women who they are not good looking, some of them they are very old in age, they start offering themselves because they thought, okay, the prophet he says any women. This is what the verse says, any believing women. But Muhammad actually he made a mistake. He don't want any believing women. He want only the pretty ones and the young ones. So look what happened. The verse after it, Muhammad right away, in order to push away the one who they don't look good or they are not good in age, he said, Allah told him, you, O Muhammad, can postpone the turn off whom you will of them, your wives. What wife? They are not married them yet. What wife? And you may receive them as you will. Like, what the heck? So now Muhammad is saying, look, it says, whomsoever you desire, whomsoever you desire. So it's not like first come, first serve, like the women, they are lined up in the front of Muhammad's door now. And Muhammad now, he is a king. He is very rich. He is very wealthy. And those women, they are seeking retirement plan. If they sleep with the Prophet, nobody will touch them. They will have slaves. They will be called the wives of the Prophet, or even they will be the mistress. Still, they are protected. And Muhammad, he made it so clear. The woman he sleep with, nobody can touch her, even after he die. So here it says, whoever you desire, and the one like you don't desire, you set aside.
Yeah, I will agree. It sounds bad, but what about if this is how God intended to
How
deliver
come,
his
my friend,
message?
how come when I said to you, this has happened to me, you did not come with this conclusion? You never came to this. You said, no, this is lost. You did not
I
say
agree.
maybe,
So,
I mean,
yeah, what I'm saying is this is just one thing, right? And what about the rest of it?
what is the rest? I
Like the
mean,
whole Quran,
if there
right?
is any rest, the whole Quran is about this. The whole Quran is about Muhammad, sexual desire and money. How much Muhammad money he take from the booty? The booty.
Uh-huh.
How much? Do you know?
Can you repeat that? What about the booty?
The booty, like when the
I see. I see. Oh,
when
I
they
thought
go,
you meant like the.
huh?
I thought you meant like the,
No,
the
no,
booty.
not the ass, not the ass. No, I'm talking about the booty from the war.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, yeah. So what is the percentage of Muhammad? So here it says, know that whatever you may come by, a fifth of it for Allah and His apostle. So if we go to war and we have, let us say, we come back with $10,000, 10,000 piece of gold. From every 5 pieces, Muhammad will take 1 piece. And let us say we have 10,000 soldiers. So what is left for the soldiers? Muhammad is a big
I mean,
thief. You see, why he
yeah.
need the fifth? Why Muhammad need the is he seeking insurance? Is he seeking retirement? Is he worried about in the future he will be hungry? Isn't he, this is a prophet of God? Why the fifth? And he is making himself equal to Allah and his messenger, which means when you give it to Muhammad, you give it to Allah. So all cult leaders, Amir, all of them, with no exception, they want 2 things from their followers: their money and their women. All of them. You can check history. You can go right now, and there is cult leaders even from the Christians. There's cult leaders from every religion. They take advantage of people. Like you might go to a church, and then you find out later this priest is a child molester like Muhammad, or you might find he is sleeping around with the women in his church, and he is even rapist maybe. And he fooled them and he take control of them because supposedly now he is he's the one who present God. So those women, they will become in fear, and if he brainwashed them, they will never even complain. So what is the difference between those and your prophet? Nothing. Money and sex
Okay,
and power.
let's say I agree to your point, right? That Islam is just made up religion by a cult leader, right? And I was looking into Christianity, right? And I mean, I'm living in US, so I meet more Christians at my work, my school, and all that. But my question is why Christianity is so different than the traditional, like the Jews,
What do you mean the different? Tell me the difference.
how Jews dress up, how they pray, and all those traditions.
Well, okay,
Muslims seem
you see, let us say we copy the Jews as they pray, but there's nowhere in the Bible it says how you should pray. I mean, exactly. People, Jesus, he said, you go to your closet and pray to your Father. You do whatever you know. I mean, prayer is not about bowing down, standing up. You can do that too, but it's about how much your heart is in the prayer, not how much your mouth is in it, how much your hands is moving. So what if somebody do gymnastic and he is praying to God? Well, okay, well, in his heart, what count is what he meant, what he believed, and what he is saying, and how serious he is about it. So, you might focus in the rituals, in appearance, but all of those are deceiving. This is why Jesus actually he forbid us from doing what the Muslims do. As an example, he forbid us from being like the hypocrites who pray in the corners. What the Muslim they do? I saw a Muslim in USA. He put a rag in the top of his taxi. I mean, the guy in the top of the taxi, so everybody can see him. You go where to
yeah, I've
pray?
seen it.
You go in the park. Why? Because you want everybody to see it. We Christian, we are not. We should not do that. The second a Christian he start doing this, he is being hypocrite. He want to show off. So for you, you are being good supposedly. For us, this is a very clear sign of hypocrisy. Jesus, he said, when you fast, you don't tell people that you are fasting. Wash your face normally like everybody. Don't act like you are, just because this is between you and your God. What the Muslim they do? When they fast, they tell everybody they are fasting. Please don't talk to me. It's Ramadan. Allahu Akbar, Ramadan. Please, my nose is like I cannot really handle this. Please, it's Ramadan. Okay? And what they do on
I
Ramadan,
agree.
and
Yeah.
and you are a Muslim, in Ramadan they eat all night and they sleep all day. So what is the fasting? Or what you do, you switch the day night and the night day. Me myself, I fast more than Muslims. I eat once a day. Honest to God, I eat once a day. Every 24 hours. So I fast really more than you all the year. You Muslim, you don't fast, so you lie to yourself saying I'm fasting. In fact, you eat more. All of us we knew, and if you are coming from Pakistan, uh, you know that the price of food in Islamic countries goes so crazy in the month of Ramadan, correct?
Yes.
Okay, why? Because people eat more.
It's also people take advantage.
No, no, no. You see,
Like
the
certain things
market,
are
my
more
friend Amir,
expensive.
the market is about demand. If nobody buying it, the price will go down because what they would do with the tomato, they would throw it in the street. They cannot keep it. What they would do with the meat, they throw it in the street. They cannot keep it. So they want to sell it. But when there is too many more demand, then the price go higher and higher and higher. So Muslims in Ramadan, they eat way more than any other month. So what the benefit of Ramadan? What is the fasting? When I was a
So,
when I was a kid, I visited a Muslim in his house. He used to come to my house. We are kids, and then we go to his house. We eat cookies. His mom she make nice cookies, and he come to my house, and I share with him baklava, and like in Ramadan, before we leave his house, he said, "Wait, I cannot just leave like this." I said, "What?" So he went to the kitchen and he put salt over his lips. And I was talking to him, he could not respond because the salt will fall down. So no, we cannot talk. So I said, what are you doing? Why you put salt over your lips? He said, this is what all my family they do. Before we go out, we put salt on our lips. That will make them look dry. So people will not know that you are not fasting. If your lips is not dry, that's mean you did not fast. So all the family, they have a dish of salt in the counter. And I was wondering why too much salt in a dish like this. I mean, all of us, we have salt, but we have like a small container so like we can spray the salt over the food, but not a dish. They have a dish, they dip their hand, they put in their lips, and they put it in the salt, and they put it in their lips. So when they go out, people will think they are really, really, truly believers and they are fasting. So what I see, Islam is nothing but a hypocrisy. And even you're fasting, even if you fast, you are not fasting, you are just eating more, and you are just switching day and time. And not only that, in Ramadan, crimes increase, violence increase. You know, you can go right now and search and see how crimes increase in Ramadan. So what is good about Islam, Amir? Nothing.
See, what you're saying is from the people that you've seen doing wrong things, right? It doesn't really,
Okay.
like I said, my family.
Do Muhammad fast?
I don't think he fasted. I mean, they had problems. They were really poor at some point. They had to.
Well, Muhammad
Yeah.
is a king now, and he is getting the fifth of the booty, and he took all the money of the Jews, and he's poor.
See, I'm not. That's why I said I'm not going into the history because I don't really
All right.
believe.
If you
You
are
know, trust.
fasting, what do you think about sucking the tongue of your wife from time to time for a snack?
Like kissing.
Yeah. No, not
French
kissing,
kiss.
not kissing, sucking it.
Who sucks the tongue?
Muhammad.
I mean, I didn't read that, so I can't. I mean, why would you suck tongue? You know, I mean, I know French kissing.
Well, the guy, he
You
likes sucking tongues. I don't know what to do.
can.
Are you asking me, or you are what? I don't know. You know, I'm just I'm the messenger, not the message. So the Aisha, she said that the Prophet, he used to suck her tongue while he is fasting. So how he is fasting and supposedly no liquid should go in, and then the guy is busy sucking her tongue. And what kind of a
Yes.
wife? What kind of a wife? Imagine I have a wife, thank God I don't, and now then she open a channel on YouTube, and she say, "Hey guys, my husband Christian Vince, he sucked my tongue. Can you explain to us how?" Like that. What the heck is that? What kind of a wife? She's a wife of a prophet, not a wife of a guy in the street, you know, anyone. She is the wife of the prophet, and supposedly her husband is the example of the Muslims, and she is the example of the Muslim women too. She is the best between them. So how and what kind of a wife she go in public and she tell everybody what the prophet he do with her? Even different hadith says that the prophet used to fondle her when she have her period, and he ordered her to put a sheet between her legs when the blood is coming out. So this women, I mean, this is a very weird religion. In one hand, we see Muslims wearing the hijab and the niqab, and supposedly they are conservative. The second you start talking with Muslim women, things go out of control.
What Muslim woman did you talk to?
Huh?
I don't think any Muslim woman would talk like this.
Well, go and you know, see. There's a video of a Muslim woman. Her name is Tahani. She called me and she said to me that Jesus, he used to play with the boobs of his mother, and she was speaking like a whore. And my experience, you know, I am born in the Middle East. In order to go to sleep, at that time there was no cell phone. In order to go to sleep, I have to take off the phone off the line, you know, the jack. In order to go, the second they know that this house or this person, you have a number and he's single, the number will not stop ringing, and they answer the phone. Hello, sorry, I cannot speak loud. My husband is here. So Muslim men, they have bars over their windows. They have steel doors on their doors. Muslim women's, they are acting like Aisha. Even Aisha, I'm not trying to insult you, by the way. I'm not trying to insult your family. I do not know your family, and I am assuming your family are good
Yeah,
people.
I mean, I've never seen anything like this. I mean, I know a
Okay,
lot
my
of
friend.
Muslims.
Have you ever
Family
heard
here, right?
of are you a Muslim Sunni?
My family, yes, I'm
Okay,
belong
all
to
right.
the
You
Sunni
never heard
sect.
of
Yeah.
something called Zawaj al-Urfi?
Can you repeat that?
Al-Urfi. Zawaj
No,
Urfi.
I don't know.
Zawaj
No.
Urfi, you go and take a woman to a sheikh. He is like not even real sheikh like Uthman, the one in San Diego. You give him 25 pound, and he marry her to you, but it's not a marriage. You go sleep together, and you have little paper in your pocket, is not even accepted by anybody. Have you ever heard of something called Zawaj friend?
No, not this crazy
Zawaj
stuff. Never
friend
heard.
is you have a friend, but you cannot have her to live with you, or you don't want to have a family. Or what you need, both of you want to have sex. So what do? You sign a contract. It's called zawaj friend, which means friend with sex. But
Friends with
legally,
benefits.
yeah, but legally now she is your wife. So what do?
But
You take her to the
Christian
hotel
Prince,
once a week. You take her to the hotel once a week or twice a week, depending on your needs. And then she go home and you go home. Have you ever
yeah,
heard
see,
of Zawaj
you're
al-Nisya?
saying, I'm
Zawaj
sorry to interrupt
al-Nisya.
you.
I mean, you have endless numbers of names of Zawaj. And even Mimi Hijab, he have a video about Muslim women marrying a woman for 3 minutes.
Christian Prince, you're talking about all this stuff, right? I never ever heard, and I've never seen anybody actually doing it. It could be from like some weird hadiths, what
All
those
right.
called like
Did your
daif.
prophet order the Muslim to practice 3 days sex?
Can you repeat that?
Did your prophet order the Muslims, or he permitted the Muslims to have 3 days, 3 nights sex?
3 days, three. I don't know. I mean, I don't know these the crazy
Here we
hadiths
go.
that you're quoting.
Read it. You are calling it crazy, by the way. That's mean your prophet is crazy. Thank you very much. You just left Islam.
I'm
Sahih
saying
al-Bukhari.
like if it's like those hadiths,
You know,
I
my
don't
friend,
really.
you are trying. Look, let me tell you what you are trying to do. You are trying to make yourself feel more comfortable by saying, "Oh, those hadith are really crazy. I don't accept them." You know, but who are you to accept or not? This is what Islam is based on. So if you deny what Muhammad he said, and it's authentic, proven by all the scholars, that's mean. And this is even the Quran chapter 4 verse 24. So the mut'ah is a Quranic order from Allah, not only the hadith.
The
So
mutta is not. Is it in Sahih hadith?
this is Sahih hadith and the mut'ah in the Quran.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so it's not only the hadith, it's the Quran, but the hadith give you more details. So your prophet said, if a man and a woman agree to have mut'ah, look, the Muslim wish to bracket, they say temporary marriage. I mean, have you ever heard of such a terms, temporary marriage? Like, what the heck is that? So
Yeah, that's like prostitution.
it is a prostitution, exactly. Their marriage should last for 3 nights, and if they like to continue, they can do so. And if they want to separate, they can do so. I do not know whether that was,
So
etc. Okay.
I know this was it was it is not continued. What do you call it? If like in it's I think in the hadith where it says that it should not be practiced, isn't it? It was just for
No,
that
it
time
says that
period.
the prophet he forbid it, and then he allow it, and then he forbid it, and then he allow it, and then he forbid it, and then he allow it. And this is a clear proof that Muhammad is mentally ill. I mean, either you forbid it or you allow it. I mean, and if you allow it once, why you forbid it? If it was wrong, so why you allow it from the beginning? People are not doing it. You know, why I need to tell? Let us say I'm a prophet now. Actually, I have all the reasoning to think I'm a Muslim prophet. I like women. Is that a problem? What do you think?
Can you repeat that?
I like
You
I
like
like I
them.
like women. Do you think I have a future to apply to Allah to be a prophet?
I mean, liking women is natural. I like women too.
You do? You must be a prophet like me then. Here we go. We have 2
No,
prophets
I
now.
mean, liking something is one thing, but actually acting on that is
Oh
what's
no,
wrong.
I like to act on it too. I want to have like a lot of women, man. Like, I want, like, once I I was in a hotel, and then I opened the door and I found like 20 women in the corridor of the hotel. I said, "Oh God, thank you for sending me those women." They said to me, one of them, she said, "Sir, are you leaving so we can clean the room?" What the heck? I thought they are the wives. Anyway, so it was not really what I was expecting from Allah, because I was praying all night to send me women who offer themselves like unlimited, non-stop, so I have the qualification to be a prophet. But look at this. This is a prophet sent by God. Is he supposed to teach in decency, or he's supposed to teach lust?
Yeah, I mean, I agree. This hadith does make me question because why? I mean, there's something called masturbate. You can do that. You don't have to really get a woman to, if you're on the desert or whatever. So I don't understand this myself. Like, why allow it? It to me sounds like prostitution.
Don't you know that Allah Himself He masturbate?
Hold on. What happened? But I'll be back.
All right. Do you want me to hang up with you, like for later you call me, or just?
Yeah, I'll be on mute. I'll be back.
All right. Anyway, guys, we go back to the video where our friend here, the Muslim, he said the following. As long he is not ready to talk now.
Yeah, of course I'm gonna say. No. This is why he's saying Allah. Okay, here. Allah. No. So this is Allah. Okay, what's that? Okay, what's that? So what? No, what's that? Okay, so what's that? Okay. Okay. No. That's all. No, it's not a miracle, man. Okay. So who? So Allah has a hands? No.
This is a sign. This is small. It's a miracle of Allah.
What sign is?
The guy, he said to him, Allah has a hand. The guy, the Muslim, he says, no, it's a sign. It's a miracle.
Okay, I'm back, CP.
All right, my friend. So,
Yeah, so I was saying like this hadith does make me question the whole thing, right? Because why allow it in the begin with? Why not say have patience, have control over yourself? So I agree to you. This is wrong to begin with because God should be the one telling people to control themselves.
All right. So did you decide to leave Islam? What do you think?
I mean, okay, if like I said, what about in the golden age of Islam? Like, it was doing really well.
This is what I saw actually. When I came to the chat, I saw you before I go live. You were saying golden age. And the funny is, do you know what the golden age of Islam is? The time when the Muslim, they have tens of thousands of sex slaves. This is the golden age. And all those who they call them scientists and Muslim now, they are proud about them. They were considered the atheists, the kuffar. Many of them actually got killed. So the Muslims, because they hijack anything, like anyone. You see, listen. When somebody is famous, the Muslims, they are power seekers. They love power, they love fame, and this is why they target famous people. Like lately, the Muslims are celebrating that someone, he is a pimp. Imagine a pimp, the guy, he abused thousands and thousands of women, and he misled maybe millions of people by his porn. I searched his name in the internet, I found thousands. I got disgusted. The second I type his name, nothing but porn. And the Muslims are so excited about him, interview, show, etc. And they are claiming even today that this person is very influencer. I mean, how a pimp can influence Muslims? He's a pimp,
agree.
Literally a pimp. So here we all need to ask ourselves a question. When a Muslim, they say the golden age of Islam, did you ask yourself, which is the golden age of Islam? Is that in the time of the Caliphate of man?
Give me a moment. I'm sorry, I'll be back.
All right. He is busy. I will give him some time to solve his issues there. I will hang up on him. We'll call him back. Let us go back to the video and see what's going on.
Is that okay? First of all, we're gonna go back to the you saying that Allah doesn't pray. Allah pray to
Allah doesn't pray.
Yeah, Allah pray.
Allah
Okay.
doesn't need to pray.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, let me.
Somebody in the chat, he keeps saying to me, Christian Prince, are you consistent with what you say? What does that mean? Sometimes people, they say to me things. I find it's like, somebody coming from the weird land. The weird land? Were you consistent with what you say?
Hello?
Yes, my friend. Yes, Amir.
Yes, I'm back.
So what is
Sorry,
our
yes.
conclusion about your prophet? What do you think? The golden age is where the caliphate, they have tons of thousands of sex slaves. Where the Muslims, they don't even have a work to do. Do you know what the Muslim used to do for a living?
I mean, listen, Christian Prince, can you open a Wikipedia page? I know it's Wikipedia, but they put all the information in one place, Islamic Golden Age, and then we can talk about it.
This is
okay?
all my friend, I don't want to use a bad word, but this is a Wikipedia. You can log in and you can write as you wish. Don't you know that?
I know, but they have
somebody
a citation
created in Wikipedia page about me. I never heard about it. You know, they told me there is a page, and then somebody told me they deleted. The Muslim they complain, and then the Muslim they made a page, and then they deleted it again, and then I don't know. So people make pages. This is internet. The Wikipedia is not history. I can now go to the same page you are saying, and I can log in. If the admins of the website they approve it, it goes. So we don't want to go by Wikipedia. What about we go to Wika Islam, which is your hadith?
No, I'm talking about they
No,
have
the funny
they have
is,
citation at
no,
the
I
end.
find it funny, Amir, that you reject what your prophet say, but you are going to believe in Islam through Wikipedia.
Listen, Christian Prince, they have citations at the end. So if they make a claim, you can go to the citation
Well,
and you can say this citation is not right.
no, I do not need. Okay, give me the citation, and I will give you the answer right away.
Okay.
I just told you the answer, my friend. The caliphate, they are the most pervert, crazy. You know, Al Khalifa Al Ma'mun, they call him Al Ma'boon. He is a homosexual who sleep with the children. Al Hakim bi Amrullah Al Fatimi, the caliphate of Egypt. He used to have the caravan, his caravan. He don't use horses. He used young, pretty youth, and they are wearing see-through clothes. He don't use horses. This is your caliphate. Omar, according to Muslims, according to the hadith, he had a problem in his anus, and he used the sperm of men for medicine. Uthman, they call him Al-Ma'boon, not only Al-Ma'foon. Uthman, when he was killed, did you ask yourself why he was killed? Who killed him? Is it the Christians? Is it the Jews? No, it was the Muslim. And before they killed him, they took the hair of his beard one by one. And before, they did not even let him get buried. They buried him with the Jews. And then they took him again from the grave, and they start dragging him in the floor, in the ground, everywhere. They cut his head. So what about Fatima? Omar, he attacked the house of Fatima. Supposedly she is the daughter of Muhammad, and he caused her to have a miscarriage, and a few months after she died. What about Ali? What about the children of Muhammad? This is the golden age. This is the golden age of Islam. Muhammad, he just died. This is not 10th century after. Aisha, she took an army to kill Ali. Aisha, this little woman, now she is 18. What she do? She took an army to kill the most close person to her husband. Go and search the battle of the camel.
Yeah, I read about it. Yeah,
Okay,
after.
but this is the golden age. The
No, I'm
golden age
talking
of Islam.
about.
Muslims are killing each other. This is why for centuries, you know, Muslims as number, they are really small in number, especially in Saudi Arabia. Where is the Muslims?
Like
Now
the algebra, the
he's not a Muslim.
algorithm.
This guy, either he is a Sabian, mostly he's a Sabian, or he's a Christian. But I believe mostly he is a Sabian. It's
So
a
you would agree there was a lot of scientific um, research in the Muslim world back in the days, right? Like by all
my
those.
friend, no. All of those, you see, the Muslims are, I'm not trying to insult you, but Muslims are hypocrite. If we say today to the Muslims, is the Shia Muslims, they would say no. Okay, so I remember once I was in school, and the teacher is teaching us about Arab Muslim scientist. He wrote on the board Al-Khwarizmi. Al-Khwarizmi, he is genius, he is amazing, etc. I said, sir, what Khwarizmi mean? Doesn't make sense in Arabic, you know.
Yeah,
He said because he is born in Khawarizm.
I heard about. Yeah.
I said,
Can we go
I said,
over
what is
Ibn Sina?
Khawarizm? What is Khawarizm? He said in Iran, in Persia. So how he is an Arab? I mean, in our book, in a book of history, they say he is an Arab, but the guy is from Khawarizm. So
Okay, well,
anyone he got famous, they put him in the book. Like your prophet, as an example, your prophet, he heard about Alexander the Great. He made him Muslim. But all the books, all history, knows that Alexander the Great, he was a bisexual. This guy, he liked to be done by men. Men sleep with him, and he sleep with men. Alexander the Great became a Muslim, and he made a chapter about him in the Quran. What about the seven sleepers? Seven sleepers is a famous fiction story about seven Christians. He put
Okay,
it in the
what
Quran.
about
Huh?
Ibn Sina?
Who?
Ibn Sina?
And my friend, you are searching in Google. What Ibn
No,
Sina have to do
no,
with your
he's
prophet?
famous. I mean,
My friend, what
yeah,
is Ibn Sina is a Muslim?
yeah. I mean, that's what they
What
say.
is the
Okay,
proof that
so
he's a Muslim?
his books. Did you read
Did Ibn Sina make a drawing?
about drawing of what? Like he wrote books, right? He was a
Yeah,
philosopher,
he wrote books about what?
medicine,
Exactly. Did he draw a
aromatherapy.
human being?
I mean, I don't know. I see.
He did.
What
No,
I
he did
listen,
draw a
listen,
human
Christian
being.
friend.
So, but this is against Islam. Islam is your prophet. He said, the one who make a draw of any living creature, Allah will bring him in the day of judgment, and he will ask him to blow into it, which means from his mouth, to make it come to life. If he could not do that, he will send him to hell.
Can you prove that Ibn Sina was not actually
My friend,
Islamic? Well, I see. I'm not trying.
all of them, and listen, you see, I just showed you what your prophet did. You get ashamed. Now, what you are trying to do, I'm going to go behind a guy. His name is Ibn Sina. But what Ibn Sina have to do with Muhammad? We
Listen,
have millions. Listen, Amir, your logic is awkward. What Christian scientists? We have a billion scientists. They are Christian. What those have to do with Jesus?
what? See, Christian Prince. I'm not trying to defend
No,
Muhammad
no, no,
here.
no. This is
I'm not
not. You
trying to.
see, you are far away from able to defend, because I cannot defend Jews or a Christian by saying Einstein, by saying Frady, by
Yes,
saying etc. What those names have to do with the Christianity or
sure.
Judaism? They are a Christian. They are Jews. No problem. But this is
So,
nothing to do.
listen,
This is have nothing
listen.
to do with the religion. I'm asking you now. Was
What
your
I'm saying
okay?
is,
Hold on.
listen.
As long you
Yes.
speak about science, as long you mention Ibn Sina, correct? Do
No,
you
no.
accept do
What
you
I'm
accept
saying
the
is,
science of Ibn Sina or the science of Allah?
listen, Christian Prince. Look, I'm not saying whether Islam is right or not. I'm not saying whether Islam is the reason for any of this. I'm just discussing why those people were, like the person who came up with algorithm, with the person who came up with like
He's
the
not a Muslim.
chemistry.
He is not a Muslim. This guy is not a Muslim. Go check his born where. You will find right
Who?
away.
Ibn Sina?
Until now that area is a Sabian area. They are not even Muslim. They are not Christian. They are stars worshippers.
I'm asking like
You see,
what?
but what this have to do? I will go with you now. Do you accept a science of university or the science of Allah?
I neither. I'm not talking about whether it's wrong or
No,
whether what I'm.
we are, because when you mention them, you are trying to
Yes.
find something you can be proud about. You claim that this is because of Islam, but Islam
No,
brought
Christian
nothing.
Prince.
Ibn Sina is a very famous, well-known philosopher. Is that correct?
Yes.
He said the Arab, they are savage, and he is an Arab. The Arab are savage. They are willing to burn a library in order to cook a dish. Go check it out. The Arab, what happened to Alexandria library? The biggest library in the world. It's gone.
Yes, that's my question. What happened that made Muslims become so violent
But my friend,
back
this
in
is
the days?
no, they are always from the beginning. What are you talking about? Was your prophet not violent? Was Uthman not violent? Was Umar not violent? Was Ali not violent? Was Aish not violent? What are you talking about? So is it okay? Let me ask you: did your prophet say, "I've been victorious by terror"?
Can you repeat?
Did your prophet says, "I was victorious by terror"?
Terror.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, I
Okay.
mean there was a lot of war, Jange
What a lot
Badr.
of war. I mean, the guy, he says that I was victorious by terror from a distance of 1 month journey. So when people they hear that Muhammad is coming, a month journey, they run. This is how terrorists they are. ISIS, the guy who converted to Islam, there's a video of him. He said, you can search it. This guy, his name is Andrew Tate. He says the true Muslims are ISIS. The true Muslims.
He's a clown. I mean,
No. This is the truth. Actually, I'm going to make a video just about it. He is saying the truth. You just said he is a clown. Well, you have to agree then that your prophet is a clown, because this is what Muhammad did. If ISIS are doing as Muhammad did, and then this pervert who converted to Islam because Quran allow you to be a pimp, as the chapter of Al-Ahzab says, you can run a business as a pimp. So he is saying the truth. Why you Muslims, you wash your hands from what Muhammad did? Is it ISIS? Can you name for me one thing ISIS did Muhammad did not do? Just one.
I mean, I'm not defending Muhammad or
I'm not
entertaining
asking you to defend. I'm just asking you if there is something ISIS did Muhammad did not do. Muhammad, he
No,
did the split.
they are copying the Sunnah. I agree to you.
They are copying Muhammad, the Sunnah. When we say Sunnah, you know what Sunnah mean? Sunnah
Yeah,
is
like
what
the Sunnah
Muhammad,
the Prophet.
exactly what Muhammad did and what the companion did, because this is the best thing to do. So we cannot wash our hands and say, oh, those are bad. This Muhammad is bad. Muhammad is the first terrorist. Do you like science, Amir?
Of course, yeah.
You know
I'm a
what?
student of
Do
science.
you know what? I am not married. Let me turn off the YouTube. So just between me and you. I heard that women, they have testicles in their breast.
Of course not. I mean,
What? Hold on. You see, I have a scientific proof, and I spoke to many scientists, and this is why I'm terrified actually. I don't want to go to the bedroom. Like, you marry a woman, she looked like a human being, and then she go in the bed, and then she take off her clothes, and then like, what the heck? She have breast testicles. So I said to myself, I'm not going to go through this. I don't want to even see them. I'm really terrified. Are you married, Amir?
Christian Prince.
Are you married? Are you
Yeah,
married?
no.
No. This is why you're still happy. If you go in the bedroom, my friend, and you see what those women have, you will not believe it. You will get scared. I mean, they look nice, by the way. They look like, especially when they put makeup and those stuff to fool us, and perfume. But in fact, they are real men. They have testicles, not breasts. Those are two big testicles. What do you think about that?
Christian. Look, what you're saying is right. I'm not really even talking about that.
No, I'm talking about that. I'm talking about something in the Quran. The
Is it in Quran? Can you
the
show?
Quran claim that women, she have a sperm coming from the back, from the ribs, from the top rib. What kind of God? You are the one who mentioned to me science. You are the one who said, what about Ibn Sina? So as long you are a person who go by science, let us go by science. What kind of God? This God, he claimed that women, they have a breast testicles, and they have a, since when women, they have a sperm?
Okay, Christian, listen. Okay, let's agree for the sake of argument. Islam is wrong. Okay,
No, not. I don't go by the sake of argument. I don't go to that point.
because I'm trying
No,
to.
Amir. You see, you are trying to. You know what you are trying to do? You are trying to do like me. When it's rain, in order to not to hold an umbrella, I walk between the drops of the water. But my rain is so hard, you cannot escape between the drops like me. I'm so fast. Are you? So I'm asking you, how God, he claimed to be God. He claimed that men sperm coming from the backbone, which is very funny, and women sperm coming from the ribs. All of us, we knew that women, they don't have a sperm. And how in the world the sperm is coming from the ribs? Where Allah, he got such an amazing knowledge? What happened to the balls? So when the man has a sperm coming from the backbone, what does that mean? Did Allah, he thought that balls are like a Christmas tree decoration? They are there, hang there just for decoration? What the heck is
See,
that?
but on the other hand, if you know, like they used to do what you call those. They used to make people impotent, right? By
What does have to do with my topic? I'm asking you.
I'm saying
How
because
God, my friend,
they
no,
knew
no,
where.
this is not about important and etc. This is about your God saying in the Quran that a human being he have a semen and the semen is coming from the backbone. So what the testicles for? And how in the world women they have semen coming from the, since when women they have semen?
Meaning chocolate. Yeah, I have to read that. I agree. It does sound kind of stupid.
It sounds stupid, right? And here we go. Let me show you
Yeah.
that it's not, because they might say to you, Christian Prince is lying to you. It doesn't say that, CP. You know, this is what the Muslim
I
do.
know about this verse. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why I'm
But
here. I say that I'm
let me
studying.
show you your Islamic interpretation in the golden age, as long you like the golden age, by the way. Me myself, I don't like golden age, to be honest with you. In my golden age, you know, I used to be far from school every day. I don't want to go back to that day. So look at this. This is Ibn Kathir. He say here, he explained the Quran and he speak Arabic and he's an Arab and he's very famous, not like those potatoes in YouTube. He says to you, how Allah he created a human being. Let us see what he say. فَلْيَنْظُرَ الْإِنسَانَ مِمَّا خُلِقْ. Here says, let us see from what he is created. And then he continue saying, he is created from gushing forth a fluid. He
I read
created
this
from water
before.
gushing forth, meaning the sexual fluid that comes out bursting forth from the man and the woman. Thus, the child is proceeded from both of them by the permission of Allah, for sure, by permission of Allah, are you kidding me? And then proceeding from between the backbone and the ribs. And this is here the cheese. Read with me. Meaning the backbone of the man and the ribs of the women, which is
Where
referring to
does
her
it say
chest.
that?
It's in front of you.
Oh, okay. And yeah, it's now. It wasn't before.
Yeah.
Meaning the backbone of the man and rib of a woman, which is referring to her. So I mean, okay, why would they say this? Okay, let's say this is wrong, right? But why would they say if they actually knew where it comes from? And it's not that hard to know. I mean,
No, at that time,
they
nobody.
castrate
At that
people
time,
before.
Muhammad is making up stories. You know, Muslims, you Muslims, you claim that at that time, the majority are. By the way, until now, most of Saudi Arabia are illiterate. Until now, sorry, I'm drinking my coffee. The coffee went in the wrong place. Until now, the Saudi are illiterate. Until now, 2022. So why he's saying that? He is speaking to illiterate. He's trying to fool them. He heard somebody maybe saying something like this. Muhammad always copy somebody, you know.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, I mean, it makes
but it
sense.
doesn't
You're right.
matter where he is saying. And this is Quran. This is not Muhammad saying that.
hmm Okay, Christian Prince, I agree to you that, like I said, I read this before and I have my questions. This is not even the biggest problem I have. My problem is where it says you can have sexual relationship with the right hand possessed. I think that's just, you cannot justify that. And the worst about wife beating. So I am agreeing with you that there is stuff in it that's wrong. So that's why I didn't want to talk about it, because I agree to you from the beginning.
No, no, but you see, we are trying to prove if Allah is God or not anyway. Because when you say you are a Muslim, it's mean you are following what Allah say, right?
Yes.
Okay. And if Allah he says something so stupid, you are following a stupid Allah.
I didn't say I'm actually following Islam. I'm studying it too, because I say I come
No,
from.
I asked you, are you a Muslim? You said yes. So
Yeah,
you
because I come from Islamic family,
okay, but
right?
you
I mean,
identify yourself. You did not say I'm an atheist. You say I'm a Muslim. Are you an atheist or a Muslim?
at the moment, I am studying Islam, and because my
This is
family
not the
do.
question, my friend. When you call me, I asked you, are you a Muslim? You said yes.
Yes, technically.
Okay,
Because
technically, so you are a Muslim.
yes, but see, when I see these things like this verse and other verses, I kind of question it.
Yeah.
I'm
So
like,
now
can't
you are
be.
maybe in the stage of leaving Islam. That's a good point. But still, you are a Muslim. Did you leave Islam right now after talking to me or not yet?
I am in the process, I would say, because my family, like I see them completely different than what Quran says, and I'm like, why are they doing the right thing if it's really that bad? All that
Because they didn't
bad stuff.
know. Because they didn't know like you. You don't know. You don't know. You yourself, you get surprised with many things I said to you. So your family do not know. Being your family being good people because they are good people, not because they are following Muhammad. If they follow Muhammad, actually they will be they will be bad people. You yourself and your father will follow terrorism. Do you know that in Islam the wife she can lie to her husband? Do your mother lie to her to your father with my respect to her?
No, no.
Okay, so she is not following Muhammad. Muhammad, he allowed the man to lie to the wife, and he allowed the wife to lie to the husband. And you ask him, what is the logic of that? He says, well, this is a good logic, so the marriage can continue. So, and not only that, a man, he can lie even about having second wife. Even serious issue, he don't have to tell. He can lie about it. So,
Yes, but listen, CP,
uh-huh.
I have to go, but I just want to make this point. The reason why I'm still holding on to Islam is because I don't know the alternative, right? I mean, I read Christianity, and like I say, I have problems with the Trinity, and
Tell me about the Trinity. Why you have a problem with it?
see, I will talk about it later. I have to go right
All right,
now, but
all
I
right.
will come back and we can talk about it.
All right,
But
good
I'm
to have
trying
you,
to
my friend.
say why I'm still holding on to it, even though I know it has a lot of issues. I mean, any person with open mind can read that. It is wrong to hit your wife. No, it doesn't matter if it's lightly or not. So I don't agree to those things. But on the other hand, I'm trying to question. Okay, Islam is not true. So God never communicated with the people, right? And when I talk about Christianity, I have the issue because
My
Christianity to
friend,
me
first
sounds
step,
like
as long you are not convinced with Islam, then denounce Islam, and then you can think about what is next. But you don't. But that is not an excuse to be foolish. I'm not insulting you because it's foolish to stay where you are, yet you know that where you are is wrong.
See,
It's
that's why I said I can't really answer when you ask me, are you Muslim? I am by the fact that I was born into it, but do I believe in it? I have
My
questions.
friend
And
Amir, I welcome you here. Thank you for calling me. And I encourage you, if you next time, if you want to call me, you can invite even your family, your father, your brothers, everybody. I will be happy to talk to them. And you will see all of you will leave Islam, all of you together. Actually, just 3 days ago, I have a family. I don't talk about what I do offline. I have a family, the whole family. I spoke to them in a private. The father, his children, and when I say children, I'm not talking about kids. I'm talking about grown men, and even the two of them, they are married and they have their wives with them. We have a meeting, and they ask me all the questions. The father, he left Islam. The children are not convinced, and they are trying. He said, spoke to him in front of me. If you can answer him, I will stay as a Muslim. And then the children, they came. And then after having a long conversation, and one of the children, he left the room, he got upset. And he even, he shouted at his father. And then he came back again, and he said, I'm sorry, the guy was saying the truth. I just searched in the phone, everything he said is true. And then the whole family, my friend, they left Islam. And now the father, he asked me when and how I can get baptism. So we are not here sharing the truth. We are here sharing the truth, and the truth will set you free. And we are not here to make fun of you. We are not here to say that you are wrong just for the sake of saying you are wrong. We are here to help you, to help your parents, to help your family to be free. Islam is a slavery, and we don't believe in slaves. Allah, he says that all of you Muslims are a slave of Allah. In Christianity, and I'm sure you heard that when we pray, we say, Our Father art of heaven. So God do not need slaves. He is almighty. He do not need somebody to do labor for him. He do not need somebody to clean a house for him. He do not need a maid. He do not need a servant. When we say we are servant of God, is by serving you, not by serving God himself. God do not need me. In Islam, no. You die for Allah. You kill for the sake of Allah. You hate your family for the sake of Allah. You kill your own parents for the sake of Allah, and then Allah is happy and he will reward you with sex and lust. In Christianity, if you do that, you go to hell. In Christianity, even if your parents are not Christians, you respect them. In Christianity, even if people they curse you, you pray for them, you bless them, you say God forgive them, they do not know what they are doing. So in Christianity is totally different life. It's different level of a humanity. In Christianity you will become noble. In Islam you will become a terrorist, hateful
Okay.
person
Uh,
who
the
don't enjoy
CP.
his life.
Yeah, I'll come back and we will discuss my
All right, my
questions
friend.
that
Take
I have.
care and
Yeah.
say hello and shalom to your family. We pray for them.
Thank you. You too.
Take
Same.
care. All right. Well, you know, always we plant the seeds and the seed become a tree, as you know. I'm glad to have this gentleman. At least he is decent. He is nice. He's trying to defend, but he have, you know, he cannot. I mean, no Muslim can actually. Like, you know, a day ago, we have Muslims who called me, if you remember, and they are Palestinian. It was horrible for them. And the funny is, the Muslim, he says, oh, Christian prince got demolished. And I ask you Muslims, as long as I get demolished, and the debate is something was good for you, why you don't they download the video and post it in your channel? I challenge you, all of you. So we pray for this gentleman, Amir, and his family to see the truth, and the truth will set you free. Now, going back to our video, actually, we have a title. We did not talk about the title yet, because in the video here, this guy, he will say something very important.
Yeah, that's exactly I want to. You are a Muslim.
Over Allah.
Look,
Why would he pray?
Okay.
Jesus prayed. Muhammad
Okay.
prayed. Peace be upon
You read
him.
the Bible, Quran?
Of course.
Which Quran?
There's only one Quran. What are you talking about?
You sure there's a one Quran?
Are you sure what you're talking about?
Okay, let.
Are you sure there's one Quran? There's a million Quran. And actually, even Uthman, according to Muslims, he burned many Quran. And ask yourself, if they are the same Quran, why he burned them? Correct? If there is only one Quran, why in the world we want to burn the same book? There is a huge differences between them. And the Muslim, they say, oh, this is not really differences. We can prove them wrong in 2 seconds. Let us give you an example of many tons of things. In the Quran, which the Muslims, they print, you see there is the most common print, which is printed by Saudi Arabia. This is why it's more common, because it's for free. They give it for free, and the Saudi, they dominate the Islamic world with their money. So they printed. If we go in this verse as an example, chapter 36, verse number 38, it says, and the sun run on its fixed course. The sun runs into fixed course, term appointed. Muhammad claimed that the sun goes every day from the east to the west to sleep under the throne of Allah, which is another proof of Muhammad being a fraud. But this is not the problem now. The Quran of Ibn Masood say different thing. The Quran says, and the sun does not run. So there is a huge difference between the sun runs and the sun does not run. How we can prove that? Let us go to Ibn Kathir. Is Ibn Kathir a Muslim? Yes. Is he a scholar according to Muslims? Yes. Is he a liar? I believe so, because all of them, they are liars. But here, he got himself busted, and Muslim got busted. So, chapter 36, verse number 38, and this is Ibn Kathir. Let us go there. (36). (38). Why here it says 36, 30? There's only, okay, I was wondering. Read carefully with me. This is Ibn Kathir. This is Ibn Kathir. And the sun runs into a fixed course, This is the same one we saw in the printed book, which most of Muslims have. Now, if we go down a little bit, you will see something really weird. Here, repeat again, and the sun runs into a fixed course. Look at this. And the sun runs with no fixed course. And this is the Quran of Ibn Masood. And this is a recitation of Ibn Abbas. Read carefully. Is it the same Quran? Now this is change everything. So وَالشَّمْسُ تَجْرِي لَا مُسْتَقَرَّ لَهَا, and the sun runs with no fixed course. Is it the same as the sun runs with course? This is a very little tiny example of how the Quran is messed up. Which one of them is the correct? They are the opposite. This is not about different reading, pronunciation. This is about different direction. What does the Arabic says? وَالشَّمْسُ تَجْرِي لَا مُسْتَقَرَّ لَهَا. This is the Quran of Ibn Masood and Ibn Abbas. Both of them, they say وَالشَّمْسُ تَجْرِي لَا مُسْتَقَرَّ لَهَا. The most published Quran today says, and this is supposedly the Quran of Hafs, is the sun run into a fixed course. You just go up just few line, it says وَالشَّمْسُ تَجْرِي لِمُسْتَقَرٍ لَهَا. And this is the translation, just a few lines up. So when the Muslim, they say we have one Quran, we die laughing. And not to forget to mention that the goat, she ate the Quran, and the goat until now is wanted. If you know anything about this goat, please call the Sharia of Taliban court, because we are looking for her. We publish a picture for her, but because she is a female and picture of female is haram, so we could not publish it for public in order to avoid temptation for male of Taliban. You know, they get excited for anything. Anything is a female walking with 2 or 4. So if we go now to the video again, the Muslim Abdul will say something more.
Let's see.
I've heard what you're saying from a lot of other
Oh,
Christians.
lot of
They don't have
them.
anything to back it up. There is no other Quran.
Okay.
So anywhere in the world, there's one Quran. We're not talking about Bible where there's 300
I'm gonna go back. Okay, what is this?
with no Have you guys had any tried to talk to these Muslims or whatever?
Yeah, that's one of here.
One of them right here.
Oh, you
Yeah,
want?
we are talking to, yeah.
They don't accept the Bible,
Yeah, I know.
so I had to walk away. If you don't accept the
You
Bible,
accept the Bible, but the original Bible. Not
Yeah,
the
like a
version that's
original
in here.
Quran. That's what he's gonna tell it like original
Hold on.
Quran.
Let me speak.
Yeah.
How many versions of the Bible there are there?
How many Quran?
How many versions of the Bible you have, Christians? And this is actually exactly what I wanted to talk about today, right? How many versions of the Bible you have? We don't have versions of the Bible. You see, when we say version, this is a translation. We have a billion translation, but the Bible is one. If we go right now to the Muslim website and we click here, what we will find? Translation, endless translation. I can go over and over and over and over non-stop. All of this is a Muslim translation. So can we say hundreds? Can we say this is different Quran? In fact, we can. Why? Because every translation change words, add words. In the same language. So the Muslims, when they claim something, we laugh at it. Even the Quran say clearly that Muhammad in his time, he accepted the Torah and the Bible. Even he took an oath on the Torah. If you go here in the Quran, you will see the following. Chapter 2, verse number 82, chapter 2, verse number 91, chapter 2, verse 101, chapter 2, verse 213, etc. The Quran confirm that what we have with us 600 years after Jesus is true. It's in front of you. It's in front of you. And when there come to them, this is the Muslim translation, by the way, which is a fraud, a book from Allah confirming what is with them. In Arabic, it doesn't say confirming what is with them. It says musaddiqan, which means believing in what is with them. So what is with us? Is the Bible, not with Muhammad. This is with us. And when is that? You see the Muslim right away, they say to you, Paul, he corrupt Christianity, but this is 600 years after Paul. And as you see, we are the one is showing you from their books that they have tons of Quran. And by the way, the Muslim, they don't have even one original page of any Quran. Not even one script. Even the most famous Quran they have, which is recitation of Hafs. If you open the first few pages until you go to page number 8, it says, this Quran is according to recitation of Hafs, Ibn Sulaiman, Ibn al-Mughira, Ibn etc. is the son of from Uthman. Do you ask yourself why they say recitation? Recitation, because there's no book. But Hafs is a person, he came more than 200 years after Muhammad. And there is still no book. And the Muslim, they claim that this is his recitation. And not only that, Hafs, his hadith is rejected totally. He is a fraud. He lied. All the Muslims agree that we cannot take a hadith from Hafs, for he is a fraud. So how we can accept the Quran of Hafs when he is a fraud? And how we know it's even Quran of Hafs if Hafs never wrote it? It says recitation. So my friend, the Muslim, they try to escape from reality that their prophet is a fraud. You cannot do that with us. You can do with those, you know, who do not know anything about Islam. You know, you can play with them. You can say it doesn't say that. Allah have body part. David Wood says to Muhammad, Mimi Hijab. Mimi Hijab, he destroyed the question in 2 seconds. Who says that? Well, Allah says that. The Quran says that. Muhammad, he says that. Not a single Jew believed that God have a son, but the Quran says that. But because the other opponent, you do not know how to debate, you don't have the skills, you don't have the knowledge, the Muslim, they look like they are winning. But my friend, Islam is the most stupid religion ever you can imagine. The most obvious fraud is Muhammad. And if you don't think after all what we say that Muhammad is a fraud, you have something wrong with your brain. You are taking too much hashish. Everything this guy he said is wrong. His science is wrong. The sun location is wrong. The sunset is wrong. The moon is wrong. The hail is wrong. The sperm is wrong. How the baby is made is wrong. And the list continue. The earth is flat. Allah, he placed mountain in the top of the earth. What the heck is that? And after all this wrong, you will see somebody, because he is a pervert, he chooses Islam. For Islam is perfect for pervert. So if you wonder why somebody he accept Islam, my friend, if you are a pervert, Islam is made for you. See, when we go every day maybe to do shopping because we have needs, right? Everybody he shop for his needs. The one who is a pervert, he shop for pervert need. The one who is a decent, he search for and he shop for decency. Maybe the word shop is not the perfect word, but I'm just trying to make it close to your mind. The fly go to the garbage. The bees, they go to the flower. The bees, they make honey. The fly, they carry germs. Not to forget that one of the sayings of Muhammad, he claimed that when a fly fell down in your soup, force the fly to dive. Muhammad was eating, and a fly fell down in his soup. And people get disgusted. Like, what kind of a prophet this prophet is? I mean, what the savage idiot. The fly in the soup, and Muhammad, hey, prophet, there is a fly swimming there. So Muhammad, now to cover it up, he claimed, if a fly falls into your vessel of one of you, let him dip it in. Like what? Dip it in. You know, there's many stupid in YouTube who scammers. They're trying to get subscribers and they make reaction videos and they call themselves Christians when we know that they are fraud. They are pervert just to make money. Why you don't make a reaction video about a fly in your soup and drink it and let us see your reaction? The prophet said so. Why you don't make it? In different hadith, Muhammad, he says, because one of the wings of the fly have a medicine and the other wing have a disease. Look at the logic, look at the science. Look at the prophet. That is true prophet. You people following who? Why you want to follow Christ when you have such an amazing, scientifically accurate prophet? The prophet, once they found him taking, not once, tons of times, taking shower with dead dogs. The dead dogs, they are in little tiny body of water in the size of a jacuzzi or little bigger. It's not a running water. It's a sewage. This is why they are throwing their garbage there. Remember, Muhammad lived in the desert. If the water is valuable, nobody would throw garbage in it. Water there is priceless. So what people do, they throw dead dogs, their garbage, and even women, rags from menstruation thrown in that water. They found Muhammad taking a shower there. They said to him, Prophet, why you are taking a shower in water have dead dogs and stinky garbage? Even in the Muslim translation it says stinky garbage, stink. I mean, it's not even Christian Prince, he says that. The prophet, he claimed, he said, oh my followers, water is pure and nothing don't make it or make it not pure. In case you do not know, Muhammad, piss is a water. In fact, more than 90, maybe 95% of it is water. So according to Muhammad, piss is pure, and actually he ordered his followers too to drink camel urine. Why you don't make reaction video about drinking camel urine and how healthy it is? Or take a shower with dead dogs and women blood from period and garbage, all of them in your bathtub, and let us see how many views you will get. Those hypocrites who make those videos, they knew that the Muslim, they will swarm over a video who say a Christian reacting or a Catholic. Look, he's a Catholic. I'm glad they don't say the Pope, you know, like the Pope reacting, the Prophet eating poo-poo, just to make money. My friend, I say to you, I react every day to what Muhammad did and what Muhammad is saying, and my reaction is a kind of a diarrhea. This is, I don't want to use the word reaction. Are you serious? Sure I am. I want to make money, brother. I want people to come to YouTube so they can click at the videos and get commercial. Coward, liar, like this guy here. In the thumb of the video, Sheikh Uthman, he is highlighting what this guy he wants. He says, I want 4 wives and I want 72 virgins. And even this guy is proud about it, the same as they are proud about a pimp who converted to Islam. Pimp, he did not leave his religion. He's still a pimp. But now he have a license as a Muslim. And by the way, there's a video in Suku Film, you can go watch it, where 3 Abdul, they are discussing the chapter of Al-Hijab, where it says you can be a pimp in the Quran. I hope we have a good time together today. And don't forget to leave a comment. I know many of you are lazy, you don't care. I know many of you don't, you are here just to laugh. But what I do is very serious. Maybe for you it's a comedy. For me, it's about changing lives of many. Maybe for you it's just a joke. For me, it's a life mission. One day you will stand in the front of the Lord, your maker, and he will ask you how many you brought to me. How many? What you will say. You never know. Maybe one comment can make a human being change his life and think. Maybe sharing the video, even though I am the one who made the video, but by sharing the video, you bring somebody out of garbage. And you receive the blessing even without knowing. Time will come and the Lord will question you. You selfish, you live for yourself and you die for yourself. Depart away from me. I do not know you. Not everyone says to me, Lord, Lord, will enter the kingdom of my Father, but the one who do his will. How much time of your life, of your day, is given to the Lord? You answer the question, and only you can answer it. And only you know the answer. And then you will know where you will go. You will be with the Messiah, or you will be with the pimps. And as I said, everyone goes where he belongs. Thank you all for being here. May the Lord bless you. And this is your brother Christian Prince, was serving you humbly for today. Take care.